Bet you want this guy's thoughts on this, huh? Apologize, it's been a while since the podcast, and also sincere apologies. My account got hacked yesterday because, well, my email got hacked, and at the expense came my WrestleMania with the podcast Instagram. I blocked this dude, delete it, and I would do that too. Restrict, block, even report if you want to, but don't follow this guy. I got hacked. I will make a new Instagram in the future. But anyways, I'll go over quickly the matches, each match from Saturday and Sunday. This won't be too long. Don't worry. This won't be a podcast. You won't have to listen to my voice for an hour. But thought Roman and Jay versus the Brawns was a great way to open it. Roman was kicking ass in that match, doing dives and a bunch of stuff. Braun Breaker looking like a star as always. A lot of people wanted the younger guys to win, but I'm not surprised Roman and Jay won. Roman and Jay have kind of been losing a lot lately, so got to give him some momentum. And, of course, they made it a tag match to protect Breaker, so not surprised Reed took the pin. New tag team champions, one of the more underrated matches of the weekend to me, and Alexa and Charlotte are doing so good. It's like the unusual duo. We're not friends, but we are friends now. That's good. Zayn Karrion was probably the weakest on the card, maybe of the whole weekend. At least Karrion got a SummerSlam match, but not surprised Sammy won. Karrion might be done with the company. I think his contract expires, which Triple H, apparently, like, they were chanting, "We want Cross" after the Sunday show, and Triple H was like, "Oh, you wanted Brock. You got him." I'm like, wait a minute. Does Triple H not like Cross or something, or did he misspeak? I don't know, but we'll get to Brock in a second. But, trying to see what's next. Tiffy Jade was good. It was a good match. Shocked about the outcome. I think Tiffany needs a new character change. She's just not a babyface. But I guess maybe they're not ready to pull the trigger on Jade. Maybe a WrestleMania match with Bianca for a title would make sense for Jade to win it. But, I mean, I'm not mad Tiffy won. They just need to do something different with her. Jelly Roll, I think, looked decent in the ring in the tag match with Orton against Logan and Drew. Apparently, they were supposed to win Orton and Jelly Roll, but it got changed at the last minute, which I think was the right call, because a celebrity losing is not a bad thing. I think Logan and Drew sold their asses off for Jelly. Jelly can only do so much with his weight and everything, but I think he looked good. I think it was a fun match, but Gunther Punk, what an old school type of feel to a main event. Gunther's nose bleeding. Apparently that was like a spot because Gunther has to go get nose surgery, but excellent match. Gunther basically dominated the whole match until Punk came back at the end to win, but Burn It Down hits. Seth comes out. He's in crutches, but it was a ruse. It was Michael Cole called the ruse of the century, and that is true because Seth isn't badly injured after all, cashes in and wins the title. Oh my gosh, what a moment. Only Seth could top or almost top his own cash-in for WrestleMania 31, but that was such a great moment. And the Seth Punk feud continues, which I know it's been going on forever, but I think they've done a good job to keep it fresh. And, of course, the Punk fans are going to be pissed at it or sick of Seth as champ, but I think this is intriguing, and I'm really happy that Seth's okay and he's all good. On to Sunday. Sorry, trying to figure out what kicked off Sunday. Oh, yeah, the women's triple threat with Naomi, Rhea, and Io. That was a really good opener. Not as good as the WrestleMania triple threat. Hard to live up to that, but definitely the right winner where Rhea looked like shit, Io beat, but Naomi rolled her up. You can't take the title off of Naomi that early, so I think it was the right call. And again, the women's world title, they have kicked ass in terms of matches, and I hope they continue to do so. How about that ladder match? Oh my God. They made up for WrestleMania in a big way, in more ways than one, but this was one of them, and what a match. I mean, even Candice LeRae took a spot. I think DIY shined the most in that match with Candice taking a bump and Ciampa like pulling himself up with that core strength. But everyone looked good and took a bunch of bumps, and there's a bunch of intense moments. Not a fan of the Wyatt Six winning it. I mean, I get it. I appreciate that they're really trying to tribute this to Wyatt a lot, but I think they were like the least interesting team to win. I think anybody else could have been better, but still the match kicked ass. Women's Intercontinental title, the finale to Becky Lynch, it was good. Got a bit like really gimmicky at times with the weapons used, and especially with the zip tie. Like Lyra had to like reapply it to her, but I still think the match was pretty good. I think it was a pretty fun watch of a match. Becky retaining because of accidental from Bayley, probably leading to a Bayley heel turn. I thought Lyra was going to win, but I don't think it's the worst move in the world to really establish your title, to put it on like a wrestler like Becky, to establish and elevate that belt. If only they did that for the U.S. title, because that was the only belt not defended at SummerSlam, but is what it is. Solo Jacob, probably the lowest point from Sunday. It wasn't a bad match. It's just for a steel cage and like a finale to a feud. It wasn't my hill to die on. And the Bloodline, of course, it's getting really old about them getting involved. I thought Jacob was going to win. I don't mind Solo retaining, but I mean, again, because of Bloodline BS, it just gets a bit old. But they kept Jacob strong at the end with that insane dive in the ring. So they're keeping Jacob strong. Maybe he'll be elevated. So I don't mind that Solo's still champion. He should have a decent reign. The Eddie Guerrero tribute match, Dominic versus AJ, the 20-year anniversary to the infamous custody of Dominic, which is a favorite match of the podcast and the previous guests. But it was good. It was good. Again, I thought we'd have new champions. I mean, on Sunday, there was like a bunch of retentions, but this one I don't mind as much because Dominic was injured for a while, and I think him and Styles had a great comedy feud over that with Styles trolling him, and just the tributes they had were amazing. And yeah, I think Dominic's going to continue to do great things with that belt, but Cody Cena, boy, was this so much better than their WrestleMania match. And it seems like Cena's a babyface once and for all. Kind of random that they just did it out of nowhere on a SmackDown and then SummerSlam when he had the colorful entrance again. But the heel run, I mean, I was trying to defend it more than others, thinking it was decent, but still, the heel run could have been better. And now that Rock and Travis Scott are pretty much gone, you might as well just turn him face. And this was the Cody Cena we should have gotten at WrestleMania. It's almost like maybe he should have just never turned Cena heel in the first place, but who cares, because that was the Cody Cena match we deserved. Kicked all types of ass. Finishers don't exist anymore, I will say that, but still, like just the weapon shots and the near falls, and Cena looked like Super Cena again. The crowd was booing Cody, not as bad as Vegas was, but still, it's good, especially with a turned babyface Cena. Cody ain't gonna get the majority of the cheers, but still, hell of a match. Cody wins the title, which I predicted, but I was back and forth on SmackDown thinking Cena was going to troll everybody, but we didn't get Cody turning heel. We didn't get Cena turning back heel. We just got a nice fight with two people that respect each other, and I think that's what we want. I think we've had too many years of like Bloodline bullshit in big main events or the Cena BS at WrestleMania. It felt refreshing to see Gunther Punk before the shenanigans and then Cody Cena just be two really good main events. They definitely made the right call with those, but here's your controversial moment. Brock Lesnar's back. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't want to jump into conclusions if he got cleared from the Janelle Grant lawsuit or what. I'm not going to say this is the worst thing ever. I understand for business why they bring Brock back. Triple H has a little bit of that Miss Vince in him. Kind of seems weird, though, or ironic that they stopped doing press conferences, maybe to avoid talking about Brock and why Triple H brought him back. And I don't know if Cena looked good tonight. I don't know if Brock and Cena are going to live up to their previous matches. I mean, it should be an exciting feud. They had really good feuds and matches, but I didn't miss Brock. I really didn't. I think the company was doing good without him. I didn't think they needed him back. I know the company needs a little bit of a shot in the arm because it's kind of been, the product's kind of been this year, at least in my opinion, but I don't think Brock was the right guy to help with that. But still, I'm not going to go off on it, but if he's still in those lawsuits, then yeah, not the best move by WWE. But overall, I thought SummerSlam was really good. I think it was good. I think it was just as good, if not better, than last year. Maybe didn't need to be 2 nights, but I still think SummerSlam delivered, especially the 2 main events. I'd go back and watch those. But yeah, that's going to do it here. I'll see you guys next time.